AMT sequencer. In table view, by right-clicking on each voltage and current groups, link magnitude and link angles option for voltage and current are separated. For example, if you select link magnitude on a voltage group, you'll see that only voltages are linked together. It is also created for both current groups A and B. These options are also created in detail view. For example, if you enable two current groups and link one of the groups, the other group is not linked. The link angles option works in such a way that all three phases are linked for the same value. For example, if the first phase enters at 45 degrees, all three phases are 45 degrees. Also, the performance of the link angles option, when a value for each phase is entered, the other two phases are balanced by a 200-degree difference. For example, if you enter 0 for the middle phase, there is a 120-degree difference from the other phases to this. For all test view tabs in medium rooms such as distance, differential and overcurrent, link to extra option is created, and if needed, you can use this in tests. Current transformer. In report of current transformer, to better display the report, some left and right edges weren't observed, which is now fixed. RTD. In RTD, the Test Object tab of the History section is added to the report, AMT transducer and meter. In AMT transducer, after adding a point, the device error column is uneditable. After performing the test in signal view, for the binaries 9 and 10, waveforms when displayed, which is fixed, and also the results are recorded in the table. In the Short Test tab, the Apply to Fields and Waveform box cannot be edited. AMT Synchronizer. In the Trigger tab of the Binary Settings section, the icons next to the combo box fit the format displayed inside the field. Real value can be viewed in Signal View by ticking the Show Actual Value option and adding a point and performing the test. In the Check Test tab, by enabling the Show Actual Value option after performing the test and clearing the results, the values in vector view are displayed correctly. The conditions of pass and fail tests are corrected and specified. In the Short Test, Check Test, and Synchronizer tabs, the relative option is removed. After performing Short Test and saving the file and its results, after reopening the file, the column icon assessment is changed from pass and fail to out of range, which is corrected. In the Short Test tab, the size of the ACT column is corrected and the content inside is displayed correctly. In the Short Test tab, when a value in the user comment column was entered and Enter key was clicked, the software crashed, which is now fixed. In the Check Test tab, the linear group box is removed. In Synchronizer characteristic, when the Show All T-Act Point option is enabled, the software doesn't crash. In the toolbar, an icon is designed for Synchronizer characteristics separately. This window can also be accessed from the View menu of the Synchronizer View option. In the Short Test and Check Test tabs, by right-clicking on the table of these tabs and selecting the Recalculate Point option, the software crashed, which is now fixed. After performing the Synchronizer test and saving it, there is no problem opening this file and loading it properly. Also, after testing and going to the General Test Object window and returning to the test page, the software isn't crashed. After performing the Synchronizer test by going to the Short Test and Check Test tabs, the points tested in Synchronizer are also observed in these tabs, which are corrected. As you can see, after the Synchronizer test, the points selected for the test aren't added to the other tabs. You can also make a report of your test results in this module. Transformer. In the test, the ratio of column conversion VLL to VIN is changed. In this cell, the entered voltage is used to calculate the conversion ratio, while in previous versions, the voltage entered in the column VLL is selected by the user. Medium modules. In hardware configuration, by enabling the Show Actual Value option, after going to another tab and returning to hardware configuration, this option is disabled and the value is changed to false, which is now fixed. The possibility of determining threshold for binary inputs in dry mode is added. By default, this number is placed 1, but the user can enter 0 to 1 of the DC volt in this field. For example, the binary threshold value 1 is set to 0.7. This means that if the binary 1 is applied at a voltage of less than 0.7, the binary contact is closed. In all rooms, for example the ATM sequencer room, when the module or a form is out of dock mode and converted to on dock, the software isn't crash when changing scheme. AMT overcurrent. In the Pickup Drop-Off tab, by opening the More Details panel, the graphic shape of this table is displayed correctly. VCC. The pause form problem is fixed in showing the link, and a link such as www.webco.ir can be entered in this form. Medium modules. In all rooms, after opening the old files, the threshold value or threshold voltage of binary inputs in dry mode is set to 0.2 volts, which is corrected and replaced by 1 volt in the new version. In all modules, when you select the Fill Excel file in the File menu after opening a file as an import, the same file is set as export by default. In the Fill Excel file window, after selecting the input and output files, the path was specified. By closing this window, the path could not be saved, which is now fixed. In the Fill Excel file, after entering essential information by clicking the Start to Fill, you can edit the options in Setting checkbox. In this version, these options are as read only after selecting the Start to Fill. In the Fill Excel file problem for the sequencer room, the synchronizer section is fixed. If a page called Webco is created in the Excel file, you want to fill in items on this page. After selecting the desired file, clicking on the Start to Fill option in previous versions, an error message appears.